What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today it is my great pleasure to play some more Rangers of Shadow Deep with you. Today, everybody, we finally made it back to Alador. We've had time to rest, recuperate. Our friend Sigvald has returned from his pilgrimage and informed us that there is a convent besieged by evil. So we're going to be setting out on the first leg of the Burning Light mission series today. We're going to be starting in the Gatehouse, and then we're going to play through from there. But before we do that, if you haven't liked, subscribed, or hit that bell notification, please consider doing it because it helps us keep the Shadow Dark at bay. And let's get into this game of Rangers of Shadow Deep. A week ago, Sigvald stumbled into camp, escorting a Laurenthian survivor he had rescued from a pack of gnolls in the Shadow Deep. During their debriefing, they mentioned seeing the ruins of the convent of St. Emilia, once a great house of healing in Laurentia. It is said that the nuns never turned away anyone that came to them in sickness, and that they were aided in their mission through the possession of a powerful magic artifact, the Decanter of St. Emilia, also known as the Decanter of Burning Light. Water poured from this silver decanter onto a wound would wash it free of any infection, poison, or other corruption. Sigvald didn't approach the convent, but from what he could tell, the place appeared abandoned. The walls were cracked, and several of the towers had collapsed. Soon afterwards, you were summoned by your captains. They explained the situation and tasked you to venture into the Shadow Deep, make your way to the ruins, and, if possible, find the Decanter of St. Emilia. Such healing powers could save many lives and prove a huge advantage in the ongoing war. Gathering your companions and what gear you need, you set off. You took the path known as the Shattered Stairs and descended into the deep, slowly making your way through the boggy terrain that stretched out before you. Following a map provided by your captains, you carry on until the land finally dried into a barren, rocky expanse. You spent your nights sleeping in ditches and shallow caves, and your days dodging patrols of gnolls and other foul creatures, eating meals of dried rations and whatever could be caught, usually snakes. Thankfully, the map noted a couple of fresh water pools where you could replenish. After nearly 8 days of travel, you caught your first glimpse of the convent. Its ruins stood at the top of a rocky escarpment, visible for miles around. Even in the perpetual gloom, conscious that anyone in the convent had a great vantage point to see you coming, you took your time approaching, flitting from rock to rock, always stayed in the shadows. Finally, you've reached the walls. Even before you set foot in the gatehouse, you are nearly overcome by the stench of death and rotting bodies. In the faint light that streams in through the shattered gates, you can see a trio of bodies dangling from chains in the ceiling. They have been there a while. As you move inside, a large and menacing form looms up out of the shadows of a side room. An immense ogre covered in dried blood and gore and clutching a crude club lumbers into the faint light. Alright folks, so we're set up for the first scenario. We're going to play the Gatehouse. I did roll for the random corner for the starting ghoul, and it ended up right there. I have not rolled for whether the ogre is going to be in the middle or over in the corner yet. I have my friends here. I do have 2 new friends. So Sigvald came back. He's joining us. He's the one who brought us word of what was happening up here. Jameson was hurt pretty bad from the last mission, and Gorbin felt bad and didn't want him to have to sit there by himself, so he opted to stay back and hang out with Jameson and keep him company while he's on the mend. So we've got 2 new friends with us. We've got Jules St. Augustine, who is a healer, and we've got Matrim Mason, who is a rogue. Just mix it up. I haven't had a rogue in the party in a while. This seemed like a good time to bring one. And I've never played with a healer, and it was cheap. It's 20 points, comes with 2 heals, and allowed me to put some more offensive spells on Desdemona, who has Fireball, and Summon Crow. We'll have Matrim make this stealth roll. That is a fail. That's the one. So the ogre will be in the middle of the room. It should be about there. And we'll get into turn. Now, one thing I have a question on is when in the intro, it says that the scenarios all last 9 turns. However, it then also says that if you get to an end phase where there are no event cards to draw, the scenario ends. But there are only 6 event cards. So I'm a little bit puzzled by that. If you know the right answer, help me out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Now, another point to note, these are points of interest. Treasure token up here in the corner, and technically this wall should be much more broken up than this, but I didn't have a piece like that. So I'm just putting a door there, and I'll just play it with a door. My table, I can make adjustments as I see fit. And we're going to get into Ranger phase of turn 1. Start things off, Dundrek is going to take a shot at this ghoul over here. That is a 17 plus 5 is a 22 over their armor of 10. That'll kill that ghoul. Alright, get him out. We'll move 7 to here. Next up, we're going to take Samuel. And he's going to take a shot at the ogre. It's going to be intervening terrain because of that thing. Let's see if we can hit. 18 plus, yeah, that's 18 definitely plus 3 is 21. Minus their armor 12 is 11. Which will take that ogre down to 3 health remaining. And then I'm going to move. Samuel will move out and take a shot here. He will be at -1 for moving before taking his shot for a hurried shot. Doesn't matter because he hit a nat 20. This new dice right here is lit. I'm glad. This thing is on fire. So that's gonna plink that ogre off the table, which means there won't be a monster phase. So I'm going to do some shuffling around of my companions. We'll show you where everybody lands. And this is where everybody ends up. Sigvald and Samuel pushing over here because Sigvald's got strength, Samuel's got some pick locks. Batrep has some perception, so he's going to check out bodies. Dundrek will also be moving up that way. Tobias is probably going to keep pushing through towards to see what's up with that treasure token over there. That being said, let's draw an event card. It's a red 4. Chains are going to snap down and grab a hold of somebody. I got to randomly determine, so we're going to do a D8, re-roll the 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's going to be Dundrek. Okay, so he's going to make an immediate move test. Target number 20. 17 plus 7. That's successful. He passes. Awesome. All right, so this is where we sit. Currently, I want Dundrek to be heading towards point of interest B. So he's going to hoof it that way. I want Batrep heading to A, and he will get there. So we'll get up to that point of interest and we'll investigate what the heck's going on. This particular body is dressed as one of the guards from the convent. So I got to make a perception roll. Target number 12. That's probably going to fail. Yeah, that's definitely going to fail. Sigvald's going to move 5 and try to strength this door down. 10 plus, what's he got over there? Strength plus 4 will bust that door down, and I get to go check out my first note. As you open the door, you hear a shuffling and snarling, and suddenly a pack of ghouls rushes forth. Place 1 ghoul in each corner of the room. Place 1 treasure token in a randomly determined corner. Gain 3 XP. Our pack of gnolls have spawned in the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not gnolls. Ghouls. And we will go into the monster phase where they're all going to be double moving towards that door. Ending up right in there. With their 9-inch movement, they weren't making it quite to the middle of that wall to get to the door. So I've got time next turn to step Sigvald away and pull them into that door so that I can prepare to roast the snot out of them with a fireball. For now, we're going to head over this way with Tobias. We're going to knock everything on the board over, of course. We're gonna just shuffle to there and here. Gonna come up, not the full 9, but just to about right there. And that's everybody. So we'll draw an event phase card. Getting a red 5. Alright, so we got a zombie that's gonna animate in one of these 4 corners of this main room. It's gonna be this corner. Okay. So I need to pull Sigvald back. I probably need to pull the rogue back some. I know Dundrek is going to move and investigate. See what's going on with that point of interest. Body of another of the convent's guards. Make a survival roll. Target number +3 to the roll. Still need a... Oh, nope, that's the 1. I don't like that this dice is a special symbol for the 1 out of 3, so that's a fail. So instead of note 286, I will see note 361. Chained guard will rattle to life in the form of a zombie that is placed in contact with me. Knowing that, at this point, I think Sigvald going to peel back from the door. Batrep going to move into combat, but not going to swing. Just going to get over there to provide some support around. We'll go to monster phase, where this zombie will swing at Batrep because he has the lower health. Batrep +3 here. That is a 20 against their 2. 8 damage to the zombie's 2 health, or 6 health, overkilling by 2. The rest of these ghouls are going to move this way. Actually, guys, this one would move. Or am I thinking of a different game? I'm thinking of a different game, but this one would move next because he has the lower health. That's why this one would move next, not because of where he is on the table. Pack of ghouls run out. Desi is going to drop a fireball right there. So we'll go for the first one. That is going to miss. Go to the second one. That is going to hit. That doesn't hit. Do the next one. Oh man, this is... Oh wait, that one does hit. I'm the freaking green dice. That one does hit. So that's 17, 19 over their armor 10. That will deal 9 damage to one of them. And last one. That is a crit. So that's going to be 23, 28. That's going to fry a ghoul. Alright, so that'll fry this one. And this one has taken 9. Samuel, going to take a shot at this zombie. That will hit 11, 12, 13 over their armor 12. Will deal 1 damage. Tobias will take a shot here. 11 plus, I think, 3 for Tobias. Yeah. That's cool. Plus 2. Plus 3. Plus 3 shoot for Tobias. That's 14 over 12. That'll be 2 more damage. Then moving towards that treasure token. This fellow, his services are not quite needed. So he's just going to move up to there. Yeah. Let's do an event phase. Getting a red 3. So we got to make a move test. There's an earthquake happening, and it's only my guys that have to do it. The enemies are unaffected by the earthquake. It is a move check at target number 16. So we'll start with Sigvald, who's going to fail, and to Samuel, who's going to pass, Desdemona, who's going to super pass. Good, I needed her to pass. Jules, who's going to fail. Dundrek, who's going to pass. Batrep, who's going to pass. And Tobias, who is going to pass. Turn 4. We're going to start with Desdemona, who's going to sling her second fireball. So into the first one. That is a miss. Into the second one. That is a hit. 19 over their armor 10 is 9 damage. And then to the last one, that is enough to kill the last one. Samuel, going to take a shot at this guy. That is a miss. And then he's going to move to right there. Got one more. Oh, my other guy, I got Dundrek. So Dundrek's going to have to move and then shoot. So he's going to peel out and shoot at this zombie. Or ghoul. 10 plus 5 is 15. Minus 1. That's enough. That's enough to deal 1 damage to that ghoul and get it out of here. Which will bring us to monster phase. This fellow has the lowest health, and I think that Samuel is the closest model. But let me measure it. Samuel was just a tiny little bit closer, so the zombie will move this way. This ghoul is obviously moving into Sigvald, where it will get to swing. Bada bada. I got a 14. Goes to a 16, which is not enough to beat there. 19. Over my armor, 12. They'll deal 6 damage. Correction, not 6. They will do 7 damage to Sigvald. There we go. That's it for monsters, so we'll go to the rest of my stuff. Off gate, Jules is going to use one of his heals to pop 5 damage up off of Sigvald. And then he's going to move this way just a little bit. Matrim's going to double move over to this point of interest and see what's going on there. It's a little bit different than the other ones. This one is not dressed in the uniform of a convent guard. He is wearing the uniform of a Larenthian messenger. So I'm going to make a perception roll. 6 plus my perception of 2 will make a target number 8. So I need to go take a look at note 472. I retrieve the messenger's satchel and pull out a sealed letter that has unfortunately become soaked in the messenger's blood. At the end of the scenario, select one figure to make a read runes roll, target number 12, and if successful, see note 963. Either way, gain 5 XP. Hold on, let me back up for a second. He's not going to heal 5 damage because he failed the earthquake check. My bad, I forgot it just that quick. So he's sitting still. Tobias is going to be able to get to that treasure token, but he's not going to be able to pick it up yet. So it'll just be sitting over there in the corner waiting for me to get to it next turn, which we are ready to move to now with a event card. Red Ace. Insects has ruptured out of one of the corpses in the room. I have to make a target number 12 will save or lose my next activation with the hero. So we'll start with Dundrek, who's golden. Sigvald, who is golden. Desi, who is not golden. Jules, who is golden. Samuel, who is, not good. Matrim, who is not good. And Tobias, who is good. Okay. So, Ranger phase. We're on turn 5. Dundrek is going to take a shot right here at this zombie. We do have some interfering terrain, so it's going to be +1 to the zombies roll. 15, 20, yep, that's going to hit, and that's going to plink that zombie off. I'm then going to move up into this to provide support. Now I'm going to activate Jules and use one of his heals to pull the 5 damage off of Sigvald. And Tobias is going to go ahead and pick up that treasure and then start moving back this way. Ghoul will still swing at Sigvald because he still has the lower health between he and Dundrek. I'm a whole bunch of plus to this though. They're +2, so they go to a 15, but I'm +4 base on Sigvald. +4, +2, so I'm +6. That's a 19. Which is more than that. So 19 over 10 will take that ghoul to 1 health. We go to companion phase. Sigvald will swing at the ghoul. Ooh, that doesn't go well. So that's going to be 21 over my armor. 12 will deal 11, which will take him down. No, it won't, because I can't do math. 21 minus 12 is 9, not 11. Glad I popped that heal earlier. Nobody else can do anything because everybody else has can't do stuff markers. So we'll go to an event card. Get the red 2. Deep laugh. And tromp, tromp, tromp. A second ogre has entered the room. Okay. So, right here, Jules gonna use his second heal on Sigvald again to pull 5 off of him. And then he's gonna step back some. He's feeling way too close to that situation. Next, I'm gonna activate Sigvald and see if he can make the swing. 2, actually he does make it. 2 plus 4 is 6, 8. So I win, but I don't do damage, but I can push him back an inch, which is just as good right here because that frees me up to shoot at the ogre with Dundrek. And I'm going to use my once per game ability, my heroic action, to give this +5. Oh, that should just count for like immediately murking this guy. So I'm at 20 +5 for my shoot, +5 for my ability, and +5 for a crit. So I'm sitting at 35. Yes, I'm just going to peg that freaking ogre to the wall, and we're going to go on about our day. I'm going to stay put because that ghoul is going to be moving back into me on the combat phase, or in the monster phase here in a second, and I want to maintain that support for Sigvald. And as I just mentioned, ghoul will move on in, swing at Sigvald. Oh, all right, so +4 is 21, +2 for support is 23. Monsters never count as being a crit, so that is not an auto hit for them. I do manage to win that. They're at a 22, I'm at a 23, which means I'm just slicing that ghoul in half. They are donezo. Lunch companions that were remaining, moving towards the exit. Red 6 is our event. Zombie in a random corner. 6, so it'll be in that corner. It was in that cage and none of us noticed it. Dundrek's got a pretty clean shot right here onto that zombie, so he's gonna go ahead and take it. 5. I'm gonna use my reroll here. Why not? My Hand of Fate. 11 goes to 16 over their armor. 12 will deal 4 damage. Tobias will take a shot and miss, and Samuel will take a shot and well, maybe not miss. I'm also going to be moving Tobias. Yes, Samuel will. In fact, is a little bit closer to Samuel than Jules, so he'll double move his 6 that away, and then I will activate the rest of my friends. I'm going to move up just a little bit and huck a throwing knife at this zombie. So 13 goes to 14. -1 for moving, so that's a 13. So we'll hit, and we'll deal 1 damage, which will be reduced by 1 for it being thrown, which will deal. So no. This is at a point where I'm not sure if I'm out of event cards. So do I stop, or do I keep going the 9 turns? Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm supposed to do there. For now, I'm going to play the 9 turns because that's the first thing that was said. I'm going to shoot here. 13 plus 2 is a 15. Over 12 will deal 3 damage, which will be enough to kill that zombie. And then I will move this way. And from that point, I don't think there's anything else I really need to do. Everybody's just going to be moving off the board. There won't be any more monsters coming in, no more baddies. So we'll tally up some experience. I do have some post-game, some rolls and things to make, so we'll get to those. And first things first, I don't have any injury or death rolls to make. However, Sigvald is not at full health, so he can automatically heal 3. And he is still at less than 1, so another character can use survival or try to heal him. So we'll start with Dundrek. Target number 12 here. That'll heal up that last bit of health off of Sigvald. And luckily for me, nobody else took damage on that first mission, so that worked out. Is going to try to make this read runes roll for this message that I found. That is not going to do it because that's Dundrek will snag 39 XP for that experience, for that mission, taking him to 39 XP because he was at a flatline 0. Everybody will get their 2 progression points. Sigvald will, those 2 will put him at 20 exactly, so he will get +1 fight. Got a treasure table roll. We got a 4, which is going to be gold and jewels. Let me check my progression points. Let's see if that 1 point that I'd say, if I take that, if it'll put me into getting. Yeah, I'm going to take the 10 XP on that one. And that's going to do it for this mission for the Gatehouse scenario. The first, my entry into the Cathedral of St. Emilia in the Burning Light mission sequence. I enjoy this. I like the fact that there's a timer. I like the kind of rushed feeling. I'm excited to get into the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out, watching while I rolled some dice today. I know I had a good time rolling them. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server, talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.